Swing. Good afternoon. So sorry to keep you all waiting. Sorry about that. What a shit show. Thursday is my Friday. And so had a little more work to do this morning than I anticipated. Agent of Chaos Jean, I see you up there early and shit. Hello. Wendy, Wicked Crafter, our panda of Perpetual Pontu. Good afternoon. Girly Pop. Girly Pop is also an agent of chaos. Indy. Grandma Spud Bud, how you doing? TM. Indy, nice to see you as always. Sherry. Andy Oak, emotional support muffin. Mm. Liz, Ham Hat, Shelly Ray, Saleda, hello. Kimberly. Oh, look at emotional support muffin with the shamrocks and the jacks. I don't have a Harlow, do I? I don't know. Well, that's okay. It's fine. Yamano Zami. Hello. Glad you can make it. Uh-oh. Um, I seen you. I think I seen you. I don't know. Was it on Twitter or comment section? I seen you. I was like, where the hell's Yamano Zami been? Oh my God, that's my 12:30 alarm. Hold on. How do I turn it off? I hope I got it or it's gonna go off again. Lord have mercy. Hey, Ratatouille, Scara, Stephanie, please help. Look at all of you here. Leroy, nice to see you. Luna, AK, Pink Warrior, Catacorn Mermaid, Camby. I'm just checking my list, making sure everybody's here. Check, check. Christy. Yep. Looks like, oh, look at there. Taz D's here. Gothic, hello. Midwest Bird Freak. Kool-Aid Kinsey, nice to see you as well. All right, listen, we went long yesterday. We're not gonna have that much time today. It's gonna be short and sweet. We are going to oh, I don't even have hold please. I don't think I have it downloaded. Hold on. I don't have my thumbnail on the board, and I'm really proud of it. And I want to put it on the board. Hold on. I made it on my other computer. Let me download it and put it up there real quick. Holy moly. Can I not find it? Oh, of course. Oh, there she is. There's our girl. All right, download. Let me open that bad boy. Mm-mm-mm. All right, not there. Let's put her there. How about that? Oh, there we go. All right, now I got to do a share screen. Look at me. I'm so fancy. Even with the StreamYards, I managed to be fancy schmancy. Look at that. This bozo, literally this freaking bozo. She goes and makes a total ass of herself on the internet, starts dragging everyone into court, suing everyone, gets her ass sued back not once but twice, has had to unass no less than $10,000 to settle slander and libel defamation lawsuits against her. She's back in court again for what? A third time? Again on slander and libel and defamation, and she's going to take to the Rumble at the request of the failed farmers and just what? What exactly is it that she thinks she accomplished with her little live stream on the Rumble the other day? Looking like that, looking like fucking bozo. On site, bitch. On site. Write that down and tell your attorney I said it too. How about that? Hold on. I forgot to spray my body spray. And I love it so much. Oh God, it's in my mouth. All right. Anyway, so we need to finish up from yesterday, which we at the very end of my stream yesterday, we got to the owl, the timestamp where she started reading Owl for Filth. So we're gonna back it up and look at that again. I have a couple of nuggets to share with you all on topic. So that's fun. Oh, wait, you know what? There was one more thing I needed to pull out of the drive. Just a second. Hold on, I gotta find it. I just kind of slid it in there. And now I gotta go retrieve it. Oh, wait, no, I need this one. Okay, hold on. Just hold on. Hell. What is with her and ugly eyeglasses? I think she feels like they make her look quirky and intelligent. I think that's what it is. Oh my gosh. Hold on. This isn't what I think it is. Just give me a damn minute. Oh, because it did not do it what I told it to do. It did not go into the folder I chose. Mm-mm-mm. I'm gonna have to go. Oh, no, there it is. All right, download. There we go. Back over here, slide her over. Uh-oh, I just downloaded it. Where is it? There it is. Okay. I hope it's can't really see it good. This is from Alex Glitter. She put this together and it is kind of a greatest hits of Clarahondra Clarahondra cringe in the Discord. Oh no, there it is. I had to blow it up. That's great. It's even crystal clear. Look at that shit right there, will you? Hey, Lisa Simpson. She's limited in eyeglass choices because of how thick her prescription has to be. Oh, gotcha, gotcha. Makes sense. Hey, Banafandra. Golden Pondu Goddess of the Freaks. What a name that is. That is a mouthful. She looks like she's upset that the nursing home staff forgot her butterscotch pudding. That's exactly what she looks like. And for some reason, in her little rumble rant, her little rumble rage pig rant. Hey, don't fence me in. She kept like making this like declaration and she wanted to like be sure that Yaba knows that Yaba is young enough. Wait, how does she put it? That she's how many years her senior? 20 years Yaba's senior, that she could be Yaba's mother. So we heard you. All right. We we wrote it down. You're older than Yaba. I'm not quite sure what her point in that was, but she wanted to make sure that we all knew it. Much like how Pink Lava wants to be sure that everybody is aware that their friend Aaliyah Alexander uploaded a naked photo of herself to the internet at one point in time. I'm not sure, but they both very much want these pieces of information to be communicated and heard. So there you are. You're welcome. They've been communicated. They've been heard. All right. So back to DC Clarahondra and her cringe ass messages in the bodega. Let's get to it. The first, we're just gonna go in order. This one, March 22nd, 2023. Mrs. Corbin. First of all, the nerve of you going around calling yourself Mrs. Corbin or Mrs. Neggs. You're not married. You're not going to marry that man. But I mean, please, by all means, continue going around calling yourself Mrs. Corbin. You know, if that makes you feel, I don't know, satisfied. Mrs. Corbin. See, if for some reason we all had a huge falling out and you dumped every post in DM where I said I wanted people to die. Are you doing that? Are you making posts and DMs where you're saying you want people to die, Clara? Wow. Or that they were predators or closet rapists or whatever. I'd be like, yeah, that was me. I wouldn't pretend I didn't say it or that I'd been hacked or find excuses. The way Gigi ducks and dodges is amazing. Hold on. Isn't that exactly precisely what you did though? And you didn't just pretend you didn't say it. You pretended you didn't say it in a court of law under oath. Did you or did you not, Mrs. Corbin? When was the hearing? Okay, so she said this after or I'm sorry, she said this before the TRO hearing with Hussey in the DC court, um, that ultimately resulted in her having a TRO ordered against her by the judge. She literally went into that hearing and said that she did not say those things, but she did. That's a great find. That's a great find. Gold star for you on that one, Alexandra. I mean, I'm sorry, Alex Glitter. Wait, was this Alex's work or AK's? I think this is Alex's. Yeah, she lied about it. She got a TRO because she lied about saying exactly that. Exactly that. That Hussey was a predator or whatever she called him. I don't know. Whatever it was, they said, you lied, said you didn't say it. They slapped the clip down and then you got a TRO. I'd be like, yeah, that was me. No, you wouldn't. And you didn't. Look at you little weirdo. Who put the smiley face there? She's legit a villain. All right, moving on. May 7th, 2023. Mrs. Corbin says, ooh, these are the ones I enjoy the most when she talks about how horrible it is in that household with her and Ron and little Negs. Mrs. Corbin says, you could cut the tension in the house with a knife. I'm trying to stay calm while Neg slips into a deep depression. Who the fuck would say that? Who the fuck would tell people, especially people from the internet? Because I mean, this is 2023. She's saying these things and these messages on the internet by now. Surely, Clara Hondra. Surely, by 2023, Claire knows how the internet works, right? Yet, there it is in all of its black and white glory. You could cut the tension in the house with a knife. I'm trying to stay calm while Neg slips into a deep depression. And I don't know who this is but whatever, they're blurred out. They respond, they will too. I predict they will turn on Hussey and make him the content. I wonder who that was and what they were talking about. Hmm. Anyway, Mrs. Corbin goes on to say, we're at a breaking point emotionally while we're being threatened and blackmailed, and my stalker tried to extort me for money. That's funny too. I particularly enjoyed that one. Hmm. DC's Discord breakdowns are great. They're the best. All right. August 20th, 2023, Mrs. Corbin. And fucking Tiffany sent him that powder THC in the mail. By the end of the night, he was babbling to himself. I've never heard of powder THC. I'm not going to doubt it. I'm just saying I've never heard of that. Really? That wasn't even a year ago that somebody sent Ron drugs in the mail. And by the end of the night, he was babbling to himself. Interesting. Isn't this right around the time of that basement breakdown, or is it, like, right after? I think the basement breakdown was the first week in August. I'd have to go check my notes. Imagine telling the world your man suffers with depression. No sense of privacy, these 2. The very next day, August 21st, Mrs. Corbin says, "He's done it to me before, but not publicly. The last time he did it, I didn't eat for a week." Lord have mercy. Isn't she the one who claims that she's in a happy, healthy relationship and she tries to convince myself and others that me and my wife are in some sort of toxic relationship and that we are living in some sort of toxic environment? Interesting. Whatever it was that he did to her before, but not publicly, the last time he did it, Clara didn't eat for a week. Press X'd it out. Let's see. Same day. Okay, so look, this one is August 21st, 8:13 a.m. And then we've got August 21st, 7:14 a.m. That one's going okay, that goes back to the 20th. All right. I really don't care about that. Yeah, that's not really juicy. What's this? Oh, here's August 19th. I'm a Imma leave the bodega for a while. Please DM people and tell them it's not personal. Please don't post in chat. Wow, that's funny. I wonder why she left the bodega Discord for a while. Hmm. How did he take drugs from the mail knowing how much trolls he has? That's insane, isn't it? Fauntleroy didn't eat for a week. Okay, Chantel. All right, here's the good stuff. See, this is the stuff we're after, Mrs. Corbin, in case you're wondering. August 21st, 2023, 7:24 a.m. She gets up early like an old lady, don't she? While I'm sure Mr. Corbin stays in bed till noon, 1 o'clock. I funded most of that Kickstarter, about $7,000. He goddamn well knows that. Talking about applying for food stamps. Bitch, I buy all the groceries. What the fuck are you talking about? We don't need food stamps. That's one of my favorites. That is one of my personal all-time favorites. $7,000 of the $10,000 in the Kickstarter came directly from Clara Hondra. Love it. Although I believe that number is probably bigger, because where the other 3,000 come from? D. Higgins, where D. Higgins get $3,000. Precisely. I just wanna read it one more time because I really enjoy this one. I funded most of the Kickstarter, about $7,000. He goddamn well knows that. talking about applying for food stamps. Bitch, I buy all the groceries. What the fuck are you talking about? We don't need food stamps. He said last night all the Kickstarter money is gone. That Kickstarter money's been gone. Pretty sure that Kickstarter money was gone before Christmas. Mm-mm. The next day, August 22nd, Mrs. Corbin says, I told Negs that the next time Tiffany sends him mushrooms or THC in the mail, I'm going to the police. Would you now? Would you? Was Clara planning on putting Ron in jail on what would have turned out to be federal drug trafficking charges, seeing as how the drogas were sent through the USPS? Surely the next time Sean and Mandy go live, Sean can tell us all about the consequences of sending drugs through the United States Postal Service, seeing as how he was recently fired from the United States Postal Service when he was caught having an illicit affair with another postal worker, or so I'm told. That's the word on the street. Of course, I don't know it to be fact. Have people learned nothing about Discord and leaks? Exactly. Great YouTube handle. Why say all that shit? It's 100% gonna leak. This is this. That's why I'm so surprised, truly, that DC would be so stupid as to say these things in a Discord server. It's not like she was brand new on the internet in 2023 when she was saying all this stuff. Like, anything you say in a DM or in a Discord or in a private message, you might as well just go ahead and accept the fact that one day it will be seen publicly and read with public eyes. Busted Cannabis says, what? LOL. Listen, this is what I was told. All right. I was told that there is somebody in the community, and I think they must live somewhat local to Sean and Mandy. They know somebody who lives in their same town, and it's a small town. And from Sean's own mouth, he's told everybody that everybody knows him, everybody knows his family. It's a small town. Everybody knows everybody's business. Well, apparently, everybody's business got back around to YouTube. And this is how I think got back around to the YouTube. Mandy just so happens to have befriended somebody down there in the greater Dawsonville area. And that woman also has a YouTube channel. And Mandy had that woman over one day and they sat on their little live stream sofa, Mandy and the woman, and recorded a video. It's on Mandy's channel. They link the woman's YouTube channel and everything. I think that is the person. Because people in real life, they don't know how to find the YouTube community or connect the dots or make contact with people online. The fact that Mandy just so happened to befriend some local woman who not only also has a YouTube channel, but then Mandy put her on her YouTube channel, linked her channel. I'm not surprised that Sean's dirty little secrets are getting out and making their way over here. Not at all. Don't believe me? Go look. Um, I can't remember if fuck it. I'll just show you guys and we'll come back. We'll come back to humiliating Clara with her own words. Just give me a moment. I wonder if she's taking it down. That's okay. Surely I have it saved somewhere. No, it was a video, not a live stream. Okay, it's not on their couples channel. So let me go to Mrs. ATX. Surely, Amanda the Gene, you're listening and watching this morning. Of course you are. Mrs. ATX. Lord have mercy. She done took it down. She done took it down. What does that tell you? Let me just be, okay, come here. Share this tab instead. Let me just be sure. Let's see. It is not a live stream. It's not there. It's not a video because it wasn't that long ago. She doesn't put a lot of content up. This goes back a year. Okay, it's not there. Hold on one second. ATX Tomahawk. Oh, I didn't mean to stop presenting. Hold on. ATX Tomahawk. There's their channel. Okay, look. Oh no, it's right here. It's right here. It's right here. Look, look, look. What I tell you.
Right. I'm like, oh, she
Chatting with another creator, Supermom knows best. Mandy did an 11-minute and 35-second video with her. Her little channels are linked. Look, all three of her channels. Why on earth would you bring this woman onto your drama YouTube channel where you get down in the nitty gritty, the dirty drama? And this woman is doing wholesome family content. I'm pretty sure Jake Plays is like her kid or something. What are you doing? But anyway, about it, I think this woman, mhm, I mean, it's the only thing that makes sense to me. Yabba said he wants to apply for food stamps and spend Claire's aunt's money, a double dipper. She looks like Sean's type. She does, doesn't she? Yeah. In his old age, he's more into the homely, homely, slightly overweight blondes, I guess. I don't know. Hey, Evelyn. Nice to see you. It's been cool having us back visiting your hometown. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Anyway, I think it's her. I think this is the person who's out there telling all Sean's business to the internet. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. I mean, I could be wrong, you know. I'm just going by what I'm told. All right. Papa Booey says not homely. All right, here we go. So the next time, Mrs. Corbin told Nags that the next time Tiffany sends him mushrooms or THC in the mail, she is going to the police. Clara meant it. She was going to turn her man over to the police, have him thrown in jail on federal drug trafficking charges. I wonder how Ron feels about that present day, knowing that Clara will have his ass thrown in prison. Anyway, look, there's that one again. I love that. Oh, I think no, I didn't mess up the screenshot. It's just cut off down there. That says that I was so worried after he took that THC she sent him. I was going to call an ambulance. I was worried sick. I love that. Okay. What else do we have here? Also August of 2023. Hold on. Um, I think this was when she was, saying her farewell to the bodega server. She says, "Tell everyone that I'm taking care of the mess and that Negs knows he's been played and that none of this would have happened if I'd been here." Okay. I know they're mad and rightfully so. I would be fuming, but she caught him at the perfect time. I wasn't here and he was having an episode. Lord have mercy, woman. Why have you strapped yourself to a grown ass 40-something-year-old man who is susceptible to having an episode? Yeah, I can't believe that they thought they could get away with that, Mrs. Corbin. They almost did. Too close for comfort. Dee gave him a stern talking to. Now he's ashamed. I mean, this is your cute stoner boy. This is the man that you have dedicated what's left of your life to, Clara. I love that for you. I love that for you. You have strapped yourself to a man who has episodes, takes drugs sent to him from unknown strangers in the through the mail, um, and then has to have stern talking to by older women on the internet, and they make him feel ashamed. I love it. I love it. Dee gave him a stern talking to. I bet she did. What is this? Is this Clara Alejandra confirming for everybody that Ron is such a shit dad, he couldn't even spend the time with his one remaining child, the only one he had a hand in parenting, to see to it that he earned grades higher than D's or F's? That boy was getting D's and F's when I first got together with Negs. Wow. Wow, Clara, why are you telling people on the internet that Ron's son was failing school before you came in, Captain Mrs. Corbin Save a Ho? Pat yourself on the back. So what? Notice how it doesn't say that he's actually getting good grades now. I love that. Anyway, Mrs. Corbin, by the way, this one, her saying I'm gonna leave the bodega for a while, is dated August 19th. And then there's all these messages after that. Maybe you should have left the bodega. Maybe you should have quit talking. Whatever. August 20th, she says whining about poverty, saying he's always done it alone, stoking the fires of speculation that we broke up. You should break up. What is this? Oh my word. I'll kill anyone who meddles with my family. First of all, how are you going to be Billy Badass threatening to kill motherfucker and use the word meddle in the same sentence? This one right here, I think, is extremely disturbing. She says Slade is really looking forward to the Europe trip. Now Negs is saying he doesn't want to leave the US and I should go with Slade. Excuse you? I'm not his legal guardian. He's a teenager. If something happened, I'd have no legal authority to make decisions. Can you believe Mr. Pedo Walk himself? Mr. I walk the streets of my neighborhood in Connorsville every night so that the pedos know that I'm there and they know that I know they're there. Mr. Pedo Watch himself is going to send his teenage son off on a European vacation with a woman who's not his mother, not related to him, not even by marriage. Okay, sir. Okay. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, see that right there? He'd never just say, "You go with Slade," and before Neg seemed like he was excited. Claire says he was. Then all of a sudden he wasn't. Claire says, "Yep, he got paranoid. He watches those stupid right-wing channels and has a completely warped idea of what it's like overseas." Wow, I read oh, look, it says part 1. Surely there's a part 2. I've read all of these many times, and it just does not disappoint. It never gets old. I love it so much. Okay, let me close that. Um, where were we? Okay, so yeah. So this is where we left off yesterday, when Clara Honda proceeds to read Foul Owl for absolute filth. So let's watch that together, shall we? This really truly is my favorite part.
And I have something that I want to say to Owl, or about Owl. Owl has spent years lying about Negs, lying about me. She continues to lie over and over and over again. And wouldn't you know that Owl is going through a divorce? Now, it
I'm not so sure I was going through a divorce. That remains to be seen.
just so happens that the state that Owl lives in that state, divorce records are public. And we know how Owl absolutely loves to go through transcripts and go through every excruciating detail of court cases. And we also know that Owl has built an entire brand off of harassing and poking at people who are mentally ill, people with drug problems, even though she's a former crackhead, meth head, whatever she was.
That's true. Remember when I pointed that out to you guys before? We reviewed Owl's content on her channel, and it became obvious that Owl just gets off on exploiting and tormenting mentally ill women on the internet. Bonus points if the women are homeless, drug addicted, and pregnant. She really, really gets tickled if the homeless, mentally ill, drug addicted women that she exploits and makes content out of are also pregnant. And this is not shit that's made up. You literally just have to look at Owl's channel to see that for yourself. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and pull her up. Has Foul Owl been live today? Let's see. Oh, 1 hour ago. All right. That's nice. All right, so let's look at the content on Owl's channel. Lisa Richard. I don't really know anything about Lisa Richard. Can somebody fill me in real quick? Let me guess. She's some sort of seriously mentally ill woman and she has a drug addiction. Is she also homeless? Did she find her another homeless one? Look at this. A tale of two crackpots. Okay. The jig is up for Lisa Richard. Oh, look at that. Must be drug addiction. The real reason Lisa Richard did not go to rehab. She's an addict. Bingo. Check. I am correct. Almost homeless. Of course she is. Don't tell me she's pregnant too. Let's see. Oh, look at that. We've got Shani in the thumbnail. We've got the Lisa Richard. Okay. Lisa Richard. Why do you guys think it is she's moved on from what's her name? What was her name? Oh, look at this. Truthfully Trisha. This girl. What's her name? Leticia. Is Leticia back in jail or something? Oh, no, that's right. Leticia is not allowed to be on the internet, so there's nothing there for her to cover and exploit and make content out of and laugh at and find very, very funny about a seriously mentally ill, drug addicted, pregnant, homeless woman. Not allowed online. Andrazia, I don't know how to say her name. Is she still around? I mean, look at it. I mean, besides Negs, who we know she loves to cover, look at this. Trisha, Shani, Andrazia, whatever you say, however you say her name. I mean, that's literally your whole channel. Look at that. Pregnant, homeless, pregnant, mentally ill. Let's see. This is share this tab instead. This is an email that Owl sent to Trisha, truthfully Trisha, back in September of 2020.
You know what I think that is?
What?
Smell.
What?
Remember how we heard those birds?
Yes.
Dead.
What?
Dude, it's so bad.
Those birds were in the tree
They
outside.
must have done died. Something's dead out there.
You think it's the tomato plants? She just busted my door open and I put my hands up in there ready to catch a double-decker oatmeal cream pie. And she most certainly did not sling a double-decker oatmeal cream pie at my head for a second day in a row, even though I explicitly requested such. Anyway, listen, this is an email that a
You just came over her stomach ache.
Why are you exposing me again? I'm gonna unplug this mic. We're gonna have it out.
Ma'am,
Shut up.
we have not made feedback for the reflection.
Yes, we have.
How much of stomach ache that you had? Go ahead. Double decker. You went.
Okay, rock star. That's a lie, and you know it. She loves the rock stars. So whenever she's teasing me, I just call her rock star. Anyway. Did she throw tomato plants? That might be, I don't know. There are tomato plants in the garage that we're letting die slowly. Anyway, whatever about it. Back to you, Owl. So this is an email that Owl sent Trisha, truthfully Trisha, back September 24th, 2020. Now, mind you, we just looked at Owl's channel, okay? And as you can see, there's plenty of Trisha content present day on Owl's channel, all right? Plenty. She talks about Trisha plenty. But let's go back to 2020, to this email, the subject of which is long overdue. Hi, Trisha. I hope that I'm using the correct email to contact you. I just wanted to send you a quick and long overdue apology for judging you, for picking apart your problems, just everything. I've been wanting to do this for a while, but just couldn't swallow my pride long enough to. Seeing how you've pulled yourself away from all this has been so inspiring. You're not what people say you are, and I can't imagine how hard it has been for you having people tell you every day that you're a lost cause or that you're deserving of a happy life or aren't deserving of a happy life. We've all done things and said things we aren't proud of, and I won't ever understand why some get ridiculed for it worse than others. or why people like me ever feel the need to join in unprovoked. I don't want to draw this out and make a big deal about it. I just knew that I owed you an apology one way or another. You did not. Where's your what, baby? Oh boy, she can't find her drill again. Can you believe that shit? You did not deserve the way I treated you, and I am sincerely sorry for anything that I said or done to make your life harder over the past few years. I'm so glad that you found a new happiness. Take care of yourself. Heart, Colby. I actually want the Garbage Pail Kids cards they have in at the attic. I bet they smell like smoking dog piss. Wicked Weird Wednesday. We'll come back to that. Anyway, so this is the email that Al sends to Trisha. This heartfelt, long overdue, quick apology. A quick, I just want to send you a quick and long overdue apology. Anyway, you see that that didn't last long. This is why I always called Al a fucking flip flopper. This is why Al doesn't like me, because I've always talked shit about Al. Always, because she always flip flops. One minute she's Team Trisha, then the next minute she's back over there in the stink box. Then she's Team Trisha. Same thing with Ron. She always flip flop about Ron. One minute she was a loyal member of the negative nation, and the next minute she's covering Ron and dragging him for fell. Flip flop, flip flop. Anyway, here's another oldie but goodie from the original Al. If anybody was wondering, or if anybody was wondering or not quite sure what Al's story is, here it is right here out of her own mouth. Opiates and a severe eating disorder. Lost my teeth, lost everything I had, almost lost my children. That's what my rock bottom was. My mother threatening me with custody papers. That was the day I got and stayed clean. I'm a different person now. My brain has blocked out most. Slow clap for you, Owl. So, Owl, you were, oh, I just realized who she's responding to. So, Al, you didn't get your shit together and put the drugs down, not even for your children, until your mom threatened to take your children away. Interesting. But yet here you sit today, present day, on the internet, on your little chair of superiority, talking about everybody else. Okay. I love that for us. All right. Anyway, back to you, Clara. Oh, wait, shit. Now I can't find the tab. Hold on. Can I close that one? Yeah, I'll close that one. Let's see. I cannot find. Oh, there it is. Okay. Hold on.
And exploiting the mental illness of people who probably should not be on the platform, to be honest with you. The women that she goes after are very, very deeply mentally ill. And she thinks it's very funny. Wouldn't it be funny, Owl, if somebody went on stream and read every embarrassing, excruciating detail of your divorce? What happened? Why it is that you guys split up? See, it wouldn't be me. You know why? Because I've been divorced and I know how traumatizing divorce can be. And you've got children, and I'm sure that the kids are not happy with what's going on right now. So unlike you, Owl, I don't want to turn this channel into a channel where I kick people when they're down and exploit them when they're going through a bad time. But if somebody else wants to, you think I'm going to sit here and criticize it? Absolutely not. You had it coming. You had it coming. For years, you spread every fucking lie that Sam told about Negs.
That is just not
You
true.
spread lies.
That is not true. I'm not sure where that comes from. Where are you getting that? That for years I'll spread every lie that Sam told. What are you talking about? She's just making shit up now. We don't appreciate that.
It's about me. You exploited people's mental illness for money. You exploited people's legal cases for money, where you provided your ignorant analysis of what was going on. And
your ignorant analysis.
Then you had the fucking gall to do two things. One was You reached out to me to give me fucking relationship advice. Bitch, why don't you take care of what's going on under your roof first?
That's the best part right there. So Owl reached out to Clara to give her relationship advice, obviously in regards to her relationship with Ron. I want to know more about that. Does anybody know more about that? Does anybody have the deets on that? I would love to know why Alejandra felt that it was her place to reach out to. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's Clara. I don't care who it is. What makes her think it's her place to reach out and give anybody relationship advice? And I can only I mean I can only assume that it was, unsolicited relationship advice. Al, are you going to tell us about that? We want to hear about that. Since you're Miss Susie reporter over there and you're covering everything and everybody, can you tell us about the unsolicited relationship advice that you gave old Clara there? I just got to know. Why are they all making gold with the attic? That's a really good question.
Okay.
She talked about it today, Catacorn Mermaid. Ooh, does she have her timestamps done? I don't be watching the owl, but I do appreciate the fact that she goes the extra mile to make it easier when I do want to bop over there and see what she's talking about. Let me check out the timestamps. Hold, please. All right, timestamps are up. Man, she wastes no time. Oh shit! Hold on. Okay. Let's see. Negs stays strapped all the time. Negs wasn't expecting DC's stream. DC's being used. Negs is sick of playing. Negs is sick of paying the price for DC's mess. I don't see it in the timestamps. Mm-mm-mm. Thank you, Catacorn. Hey, Molly.
You, I do not need advice from. Then the
241. Wow, Lisa Simpson. Holy moly. Okay, let me see. 32. 41. I guess we'll just put it there. Whatever. All right, let's see what she has to say.
Principal Todd, DC spent $7K for his store to work at it herself while he stays home. I know, Principal Todd, it's ridiculous. And she doesn't see it. She calls me out thinking she's doing something that day that she said all that horrible shit about what's going on in my life right now. Oh damn it. I shouldn't have kept reading the chat. What was I even gonna say? I
Lord
was gonna
have
call her out for
mercy.
saying something. What did Principal Todd just say for me? Oh yeah, she called me out saying that I tried to give her relationship advice. That is one DM that I sent her when Negs was like down in the basement, like trying to make it clear that everybody in his life, I'm sure you guys remember, we covered it. He kept saying everybody. And yes, I mean everybody in my life is making my life harder and worse right now and shit like that. I sent her one DM and I said, Clara, just woman to woman. And this was in the middle of us not getting along, but I felt compelled to say it to her.
She felt compelled. I felt compelled to reach out to DC in the DM and start my DM with woman to woman. If you DM me and you start your DM to me, woman to woman, it's over right there. I'm not reading past that, but please, what did you say?
I just said woman to woman. The way that Negs is, if he does not change the trajectory of his life, you're going to be the only person left for him to blame things on eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Like, eventually, everybody else is going to be gone and isolated, alienated by him from his life. And she's going to be the only one left to take the brunt of all his bullshit. That is
Alex says, is Owl a woman? That remains to be seen.
literally all I said to her, never said another word. So that's her calling me out for giving her relationship advice.
Nobody wants unsolicited relationship advice, Owl. So I'll have to give her that one. I hope you learned your lesson from that freak.
The other thing was she reached out
AK said, feel compelled to shut up, Owl.
to get that 911 call, which was something that I was going to get around to doing, but I just happened to be busy. I know, Al, that you do not understand. You don't understand what it means to be busy because you're a bored housewife who sits around smoking pot all day, exploiting and kicking around mentally ill women.
Well, that's half true. I don't think she is a bored housewife anymore. I think if she's to be believed, she's a single mom sitting around smoking weed all day, exploiting mentally ill, drug addicted, pregnant, homeless women on the internet for a little AdSense, aren't you, Al?
And negs, too. And passing judgment and pointing and lying and doing all those things. That's what you do. That is your business plan. It's pretty faulty, I think. So no, it won't be me who goes over your divorce records and the transcripts and everything else. It won't be me, but it will be somebody else. It will be. And
I think it's a known fact that Ron is gay and DC's a man. Thank you for that, Alex Glitter, in the chat.
when they do, will I watch? Sure. Will it be me? No. You know why? That's the difference between you and me.
It's so funny how many times she had to say that it wouldn't be her. It's almost suspect, is it not?
Al.
How do they live? Off Clara's money? Off of Clara's dead aunt's money. Yes, Ami, thank you for asking.
That's the difference. I wouldn't do that because I wouldn't lower myself to that level. I may not like you. I may actually despise you.
She lied and said you stole money from your ex-husband. Why would she say that? Why would she make such defamatory remarks about you, AK?
But I wouldn't do it because I'm sure that that divorce is going to have a terrible impact on your kids.
Always to the children.
And I don't sit around my house smoking pot all day. And, you know,
no, but your man does. Your man who's got a kid in the house, single dad Ronald P. Corbin, he sits around smoking weed all day, doesn't he? So what's your point?
exploiting mentally ill people for money. That is disgusting. That is some of the
Well,
lowest
I have to agree with that. That is disgusting, Owl. It is disgusting that you do that, and you should probably stop.
shit you could possibly do. And that is what you do on your channel.
Mhm.
And everybody congratulates you. Oh, Owl is so lovely. No, she's not. Owl and Sam are exactly the same.
No, we're not. Shut up.
The only difference is that Owl doesn't pick up the phone and call people's relatives or call elementary schools or whatever. She doesn't do that, but she'll do everything else. She'll lie. She'll lie. She'll
Yeah,
stick
she
her
is a
finger in
liar.
the wind to figure out which way it's blowing. And then that's what she'll sign up for.
That's true. Now I have to give her that. That is true.
You know, she'll hop on that bandwagon. And now that Sam and Yaba are weak and she smells blood in the water, and because Sam lied about Owl and said that she burned her trailer down doing meth or some stupid shit like that. And now
I did not. I did not say that Owl burned her trailer down doing meth. It's a known fact that Owl's house burned down. I just wondered if it had anything to do with the out of control drug use that contributed to her mother having to threaten to take her children away. I was just wondering. Mm-mm-mm.
all of a sudden Owl's like, oh my God, Sam lied about me. Bitch, she's been lying about people for years. For years.
Have not.
She's been lying about her own past.
Have
She's
not.
been lying about people she doesn't like.
Have not.
Lying and lying and lying and lying.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that Owl is incredibly jealous of anybody
Oh, well, thank you for clearing that up, Agent of Chaos Jean. I appreciate that.
who is involved in a stable
Weak Ron can't even stand up straight without his struggle straps. That's a banger.
relationship, like ATX and Sean. Why do you guys
The nerve of her bringing up ATX and Sean on the heels of going off on Owl for exploiting mentally ill women. Is she serious right now?
keep on trying to get ATX and Sean into a thing? Why do you keep on trying to do that? There are a couple living in Georgia raising silkies. And they get into the drama. So the fuck what?
Is that what they are? DC, they're just a couple living in Georgia raising chickens. Are you just purposely glossing over and omitting the fact that Mandy has been absolutely obsessed with Sean's ex-wife for the last 7 years? Did you forget that part? No, they're just a sweet old couple living in Georgia raising chickens. Okay.
Who cares? Why do you take that so personally, Al? When did
Oh, hold on. Tara Harris says you definitely said she burned her house down doing meth. Did I? Or did I wonder if that's what happened? I don't know, Tara Harris. You seem to be the expert on it. Can you provide me with a timestamp before I said that? Perhaps perhaps you could do that for us. Thank you.
they ever do anything to you? You, on the other hand, Al, do a lot of shit to a lot of people. But everybody's like, oh my God, she's so sweet. No, she's not. She's not. She's a skinny version of Sam, is what she is.
She's a skinny version of Sam. That cracked me up. I will give her that one. That was a banger. Exactly, Flu Shoe. Exactly.
Over the past year or more,
Mhm.
we have had our businesses tampered with.
How? How have you had your business tampered with? I love it how she just throws this shit out there, but she's never not once given an example or provided anything to back up these claims. We've had our business tampered with. How, woman? How? Yeah, she repeated all of my talking points about Owl, every last one of them.
We have had people try to sabotage our income.
How? Again, how have people tried to sabotage your income?
We've had people lie about us,
Mhm.
spread very damaging lies about us.
Right.
We've had people openly defame us. We've had people threaten us. And there were certain people who were on board for all of it. All of it. And Owl was one of them. She was one of them. And the only reason that she was interested in the 911 call that went in was because she thought that Negs made it, or that I made it, or that, you know, somebody she didn't like made it. And it was tragic. We all know that. We all know it was tragic. But it wasn't because she cared about the store. It wasn't that she cared.
Why would anybody care about your store? Why? Why would, especially somebody on YouTube, why would they care about you or your store? Why would you expect them to care about you or your store?
That the emergency responders were called out. She didn't care about that because it was our store. So why would she care?
I love that she refers to it as our store. Can you really even call that a store? Don't you have to like actually sell things from it to qualify as a store? Do you mean your storage unit for overpriced Temu shit that your boyfriend can't even offload on eBay, let alone a brick and mortar next to the Save-A-Lot in Connorsville?
She doesn't care.
Temu
I don't
Princess
know how much
Palace.
longer your run is.
Hold on, I gotta say it again. Temu Princess Palace. Yeah, I think they should change the name to either Temu Princess Palace or Ratatouille. I like that as well. The Hoarder's Den. You probably get more business if you called it the Hoarder's Den. Who the fuck wants to go in an attic? Nobody. That's probably half the reason why nobody comes in your store. The last place I want to venture to in my home or anyone else's is the attic. It's hot. It's dirty. It probably smells weird. Right, Ron?
Going to last, Owl, but I'm just telling you that not everybody looks at you and sees an honest dealer, is all that I'm saying.
Nobody looks at Owl and sees an honest dealer. Thank you for the news announcement, Clara.
Not everybody does.
Temu in tears is good.
So,
So,
and now I've got something to say about the Rage Pig.
ooh.
She's going to be very upset, but like I give a shit.
Oh, AK. I know. I happen to know she's talking about you because I was listening when you went over this in your stream. So I'm glad you're here. Could you answer for the class? Are you extremely upset about the thrashing you were given?
It looks like the rage pig is getting calls from the police who are trying to track down Tragic. Imagine.
I want to know how she's come to know this, if she's to be believed. She doesn't disclose how she has the knowledge that she's claiming that the police are calling AK looking for Tragic. How would she know that? Where is she getting that from? I've got to know.
That you're sitting
Yes,
wherever the fuck
very.
you are in Maryland, and you're getting calls from the police who are looking for a man that you've never met in your life. Does your dad know that? Not that I'm going to call him. I don't call people's parents. I don't call the parents of adult human beings. I don't do that. But yeah, the police are looking for Tragic. I don't know why. I don't know if they want to serve him with papers. I have no idea what's going on. And Tragic is like, oh yeah, he's in the wind and all this. Okay. Okay.
Right. Very good. Thank you so much for the super chat. DC, I can't take you seriously when you look like that. You look like an unkempt lunch lady with those glasses and that hair. Thank you. Very good. That was a good one. Exactly, Legal Weasel. DC doesn't call. She just puts the bat signal out there. Nice try, LOL. I'm sure they could find him if that was the case. Y'all are really bad liars. Yes, they know where Tragic lives. Everybody knows where Tragic lives.
So, AK, how long is it going to take until you realize that you are backing the wrong horse? I saw the other day a clip from that video that Tragic made of his 15-year-old son talking about watching Missy Ann's sex tape.
Okay, I don't know anything about that, and I don't want to hear nothing about that. I have no idea what she's talking about. Moving on.
Names and talking about people's parenting and call them pedos and chomos and all that shit.
I can't believe she would have the balls, the cojones to even say those words on the internet ever again in her life. The words, literally the same words that have cost her more than $10,000. How much do you think those attorney's fees cost her in the case where she's already shelled out $10,000 in settlements? I'm going to say no less than $7,500. So almost $20,000 saying those words on the internet have cost you to date and counting. She's still in the middle of that breach of contract suit that's going to cost her another several tens of thousands of dollars. I can't believe you've got the balls to say those words on the internet. Unreal.
When you did that to your own son. Disgusting. That's the guy that you are backing fully, Rage Pig. So why don't you come out, Amy, and play the race card from the bottom of the deck, just like Bridget Jr. Actually, Amy, you are a good example of the old saying that when you stare into the abyss long enough, it stares back into you. You are starting to sound like all the people that you don't like, thinking that people should be jailed because they're mean to you. They say mean words about you on the internet when you are the queen of life ruination. You revel in life ruination, from the shit that you posted on Kiwi Farms to contacting people's employers like you did to me.
Isn't she the one who started filing lawsuits and EPOs literally all over the country? She's calling somebody else the queen of life ruination. Okay.
To then going out and spreading lies, dropping DMs, trying to embarrass people who have done nothing to you. Lie after fucking lie.
Teddy Pig, thank you so much for the super chat. Claire's watching sex tapes now. Seemingly, I'm not sure. I know nothing of those things.
After fucking lie after fucking lie, and you don't leave people the fuck alone. And then when people criticize you, you accuse them of being racist. You can call me racist all you want, bitch. I'm not going to kill myself.
Don't we have a screenshot somewhere of Clara Hondra in the Discord admitting that she was considering doing just that? It wasn't on the screen with those earlier, but I know I've seen that. I know I have seen a screenshot of Clara saying that she was going to unalive herself. And I love the way that she thinks she's such a Billy badass by calling women on the internet bitch. Yeah, Ron made Clara want to end her life. Clara compares Yaba to a Chinese person because of her eyes in this very stream. Yeah, doesn't she say something to the effect of, I'm not going to repeat it. I'm not going to repeat it. It was disgusting. It was vile. Racist.
If you want to think that I'm racist, go ahead.
We do. We do.
Go ahead. At least I don't engage in life ruination. I don't go out there like
How do you figure? You're literally dragging people into court for temporary restraining orders, and then you don't even show up to court. What are you talking about? Didn't she also file an EPO on Katie? She's accused Katie of trying to burn their house down, all kinds of shit. How many police reports do you guys think that Clara has filed that we don't even know about? Oh, but yes, please. You're not one for life ruination. Cry
you were complaining,
more.
oh my God, Kiwi Farms writes things about me and they're searchable by employers. Yeah. Like the shit that you wrote about me was searchable by employers too, right? Like the fact that you tweeted at my job. The fact that you hooked up with Samantha Diva and you were tweeting at my job, right? And you can say, oh no, I was just retweeting it. Yeah.
Speaking of tweets, I'm just curious. Oh, I hope I still have it open. Hold on. I'm just curious, Clara, if you have shared this particular tweet with your attorney. This is from April 27th, 2023, where you refer to me by my legal name, Sam Telfer, grifter, liar, scammer, stalker, defamer, felon. This is all defamation in writing on your Twitter account. And there's the URL preserved. Just wondering.
And you had my job tagged in it, didn't you? You spread those lies about me. Amy, if you think that you're out of the fucking woods with me, you're not. You're not. You're not. Because I did not come here to play with you. Or to
Exactly, Lisa. Defending the farms whom she called stage 4 cancer not that long ago. Also, asking the farms of all places, a particular farmer, Pink Lava, to give her quote unquote information for what use? For what use? With another lawsuit, Clara? Give me a fucking break. Yeah, take us to court, won't you, Claire?
play with Tragic or to play with any of those cunts in the server.
Yeah, Teddy Pig says, look at Clara offering Sam free money.
And listen to all the lies that you tell about me and about Negs. You are a sick, mentally ill, life ruination psycho. You don't have friends because you are fucking crazy. You're crazy. The
And who are
lies
your
that you
friends?
spread about
Clara, who are your friends? Your boyfriend isn't even your friend, Clara. Who are your friends? I have to know right now. Tell me right now. Who are your friends? Not even your boyfriend.
people, the life ruination that you get into, the things that you say about people, the way that you go after people and you won't stop and you go and you go and you go. You know, I have to tell you, Amy, you should thank your lucky stars that I am not as crazy as you are, because a flight from Indianapolis to Baltimore is not expensive. It's not. You should be damn lucky or happy that I am not the kind of person who would pull up in front of your house to have a word with you. I would never do that.
I don't know. I feel like this is like kind of an underhanded way of threatening you, AK. I really do. Yaba comes in and says, "You're an elder, Clara. Shut up."
I would never do it. I have a family here. I have shit that I need to do. I'm actually busy during the day. I don't spend my entire day tweeting,
Yeah, she's busy settling her dead aunt's estate.
going into Discord, and trying to ruin people's lives. That's not what I do. But you
She
do,
already
don't
looked at airfare prices.
you? You do.
Camby. Camby said, "Breezy could take this senior citizen down."
Which means after what you've done to me and to Negs and to Anna and to other people that you've fallen out with, and the way that you won't stop, I don't give a shit what happens to you. As far as I'm concerned, what's happened to you up until now is not even 1/1,000,000th of what should happen to you, what you have coming to you.
Babe, Clarahondra does not feel that you would be able to beat her ass. She said it herself. In fact, she says she doesn't think you would be able to lift your fat leg off the ground. She said it.
For being a sick, crazy, vindictive lunatic who has thrown your entire life away for a man that you've never met, who puts his 15-year-old kid out there to troll adults. A man with how many mugshots? How many mugshots are we up to now?
What's your point?
Your father must be so proud of you. Really.
What does some random man's mugshots have to do with AK's father being proud of her? Could you circle back to that and help us out there? Sleepy Jean, thank you so much for joining memberships. Forever a Basic Betty.
What a great job. And it's not their fault.
Yeah, Lisa Simpson. Excellent point. Thank you for that. Clara, your man's 15-year-old kid calls women fat bitches. So there's that.
Because I think that there's something deeply, deeply mentally wrong with you. And that's not their fault. I'm sure they did their best. And I'm sure they're very nice people. And they don't deserve any of this shit. They don't deserve to be dragged into anything at all. And I'm sure as hell not going to be the one to do it. I won't. I wouldn't do that to them. I wouldn't do that to your family because they're not to blame for what you do. You're to blame for what you do, which means that whatever happens to you going forward is entirely your fucking doing because you can't leave people the fuck alone.
Clara, and you're literally talking to yourself here. Those are the words that need to be said to you. Here, we'll bop it back so you can hear yourself talk to yourself again.
Means that whatever happens to you going forward is entirely your fucking doing because you can't leave people the fuck alone. And the way that you shared that picture of Anna's daughter and made fun of her body and then lied and said that that was Anna when you knew goddamn well it wasn't. I knew that wasn't Anna. And I had never seen Anna's face. I didn't know what Anna looked like. I only found out like a couple of months ago what Anna looks like. Up until then, I had no idea what Anna looked like. I still don't know what the fuck Anna's real name is. But I knew that that was her daughter. I knew that.
How? How did you know what some strange woman on the internet whose name you don't even know? How do you know what their kid looks like? Is that not concerning?
We all knew that because we had all seen the videos that Anna posted of her daughter in the Discord singing. We all saw them. And I saw that girl's face and I knew immediately that that was Anna's.
Did you guys know that Clara posts pictures of Slade in the Discord also? Why are you posting pictures of teenage boys in a fucking Discord server, Clarahondra? Can you answer that for us? We all want to know.
Daughter. And you decided to.
Anna used her daughter's face as her profile picture? No way.
Take that picture of a teenage girl, an underage kid, put it on stream, lie and say that it was Anna, and go over every inch of her body and scrutinize her and criticize her. Because you're a piece of shit.
Clara sent you pictures of Slade. You never asked for pictures of Slade. So Claire's just out there distributing pictures of teenage boys that are of no relation to her to people on the internet. That's truly disturbing. Truly disturbing. What does Ron think about that? How does Ron feel about that? Does Ron know that his live-in girlfriend is distributing pictures of his minor child to strangers on the internet?
Shit, Amy. You and Alex Glitter both are pieces of shit. The worst of the worst. And that's how you all ended up in the same place. Because that's how you are. That's who you are. Going after Anna, who has never done a goddamn thing to you. All she did was leave the fucking server. That is all I did. I left the fucking server. And that's how you've treated people who have left the fucking server. You did it to Nietzsche, didn't you? Did the same thing to Nietzsche. What did Nietzsche ever do to you? What did Nietzsche's baby ever do to you? No wonder you don't have any friends. Something that used to bellyache about all the time in the server.
Really?
You didn't have any friends.
Hold on. If she used to bellyache about that all the time in the server, drop the screenshots. That's what we want to see. We want to see your receipts. Do you have a receipt for any of this? No, you don't.
Gee, I wonder why. So go ahead, go play the race card from the bottom of the deck and see how much I give a shit about how sensitive you are about, oh, I'm a brown woman. Fuck you. Who cares?
Wow. What did she just say? Did she just say what I think she said?
Oh, I'm a brown woman. Fuck you. Who cares if you are about, oh, I'm a brown woman. Fuck you. Who cares?
Wow.
You are about, oh, I'm a brown woman. Fuck you. Who cares?
That's disturbing.
Yeah. Here's
look at this. Anna Nicole talking about her daughter was 17 in that picture, allegedly, supposedly. It's my understanding that Anna Nicole has posted publicly a picture of Alex's very young child, toddler age child on the internet. The nerve. But that's your friend, ain't it, DC? Oh, aren't you lucky to have friends on the internet?
Yep. So I find it hilarious.
Oh my God. Ben says rubbing off on her is about all he can do.
How now all these people who carried water for Sam and Yaba.
Yeah, she let that slip. You can tell that just slipped out. Wow, Clarahondra.
Spread their lies. Went and brigaded people and dogpiled people based on whoever it was that they didn't like, either because they admired Sam and Yaba or because they were afraid of them or wanted to.
Nobody's afraid of us. Afraid that we'll do what exactly?
Prove their loyalty.
The only motherfucker afraid of Sam and Yaba is your cute stoner boy.
To those two pieces of shit. Now all of a sudden, everybody's awake. Oh my God, they're terrible people. Well, we told you that. We told you, didn't we? We warned you that they are terrible people.
Gosh, I would hate for that clip of her saying that to AK to be played in court.
And I really wish that at the time that all this shit started, that I didn't feel that we were cornered and we had our backs up against the wall. because we had so many people coming after us, so many people lying about us, so many people waiting for us to get arrested, as Yaba said we would be, or Yaba threatening me with physical violence.
You were not threatened with physical violence, ma'am. Knock that shit off. It was simply a statement, a hypothetical statement of what hypothetically would happen if hypothetically she were ever to see you on the streets of Indiana. Now, don't bring your ass back to New Albany and you won't have to worry about that now, will you?
Or Yaba coming after Slade the way she
What?
did.
What?
Or Yaba coming after Slade the way she did.
That is defamation. Why are you saying such a thing? Making such accusations? You didn't go after Slade. What is she talking about? Why are you using Ronald's little boy in your internet slap fight? Why are you doing that? That is so cringy. Think of the children. Leave the children out of it. That's right. Yaba didn't come after Slade. She called him a retard because his father called her daughter, her 7-year-old daughter, a whore. And also, pretty sure Ron called him a retard himself. That's right. And she'll do it again. That's right.
And saying, well, I don't give a shit. I'll say whatever I want to about your kid. And when people go after your parenting, then all of a sudden you're squealing like a stuck.
Ooh, Busted Can of Biscuits. Thank you so much for the super chat. Hey, DC, remember when you said you could at any point sit outside Yaba and Sam's house because it was legal? Remember that threat? I remember. Thank you, Busted Can of Biscuits. I remember. Uh-huh.
Pig, go fuck yourself, Corey Ruth. You
Go fuck yourself, Clara Frank. Go fuck yourself. Your attorney can go fuck themselves. Your little whatever it is you posted online that you're trying to intimidate us with, that can go fuck itself too. Your boyfriend can go fuck himself. Slay can go fuck himself. You can all go fuck yourselves. You know who else can go fuck themselves? Ron's mom.
lady, in my opinion, are a terrible mother.
What would you know about parenting, about being a mother, terrible or otherwise? You would know nothing. Absolutely nothing. And why is that?
You don't put the kids' interests first.
This is all slanderous. This is slander and defamation. What do you know about Yaba's parenting and whether or not she puts those kids first? This chair here triggers the shit out of me. How come you have this nice, ergonomically friendly chair to sit in, and your man who's doing so well in the stock market is sitting in this $25 Amazon piece of shit chair? Why is that? Sorry, off topic.
You brought that thing into your house, a woman who ruined the lives of 5 kids, 4 of whom ended up in the criminal justice system in one way or another. 4 lives ruined. 4. Because of Sam's horrible parenting. 4 lives.
Yeah, Ron's kids failing. First of all, isn't Ron's kid 15 years old and in the 8th grade and failing? And you want to talk about my parenting? Okay. The Guppy, thank you so much for being a member for 10 months. Braless at the school board equals good parent. Girl, please get your 15-year-old stepkid through the 8th grade and then come back around and talk to me for a minute. Ron does drugs from the time he gets up until he's in bed. What is that like?
And that's the one that you picked. I know that you were desperate, and I know that you were willing to listen to anyone who would
Listen to this projection. Who was desperate? You? Ma'am. You had a whole life and career and a condo that you owned in your own name in Washington, D.C., over there living your best life. And you end up in Connersville, fucking Indiana, with the biggest loser on the fucking planet. You, ma'am, are in a long-term live-in relationship with Ronald P. Corbin of Connersville, Indiana. The two of you reside in Ron's grandma's house that he owns 50% of, not because he purchased it, but because his mom and uncle signed their 50% ownership over to him so that he would not have to move back into his mom's attic apartment. Are you fucking kidding me?
Give you the time
Okay.
of day. Because one thing that we do know, as I've said many, many
Yeah,
times,
your man makes $4 an hour, Clara. Shut up. $4 an hour, 30 hours a month.
you are a thin-skinned, insecure, self-conscious piece of trash, uneducated, with no talent, no skill, no job skills of any kind. And you wanted any kind of positive attention from anyone, literally anyone. And along comes Sam, of all people, the woman who had stalked you and terrorized you. And that's who you invited into your home, your stalker.
Now I'm not just your stalker, but I stalked you and I terrorized you. When, bitch? Where?
I remember when Negs used to say, she moved her stalker in, or she got together with her stalker, and people, I remember Texas One getting very, very agitated. No, Sam was never Yaba's stalker. Well, you were wrong again, you stupid cunt. Yes, she was. And there's plenty of video evidence out there of Yaba talking about how Sam was a stalker, how Sam was crazy, how Sam would call her over and over again at her office or at her job. Or
I would call Yaba over and over again at her office, at her job. I thought she didn't have any job skills and she wasn't employable. Which is it? And everybody knows I only called her once and it wasn't at her job. It was on her cell phone. Much like when I called Ron's mom, Cindy Martin of Connersville, Indiana, one time on her cell phone. Ma'am, is Cindy still working at the thrift store that's run by the old folks home there in Connersville?
Sam wouldn't leave her alone, and Sam was constantly texting her and DMing her and trying to get her attention and all that. She was a stalker. Sam stalks people. She does not take rejection well. The way that she can't let Mandy ATX go.
Girl, stop it. Are you kidding me? I can't let Mandy ATX go. You really are delusional. I love this for you. Boy, I don't know. I mean, once again, I find myself concerned for the young child living in that household. I'm pretty sure we're dealing with probably, we've got one adult in the household who is a chronic drug user. And then we've got the other adult in the household who's clearly suffering from some sort of dementia or demented thought process. Boy, that kid doesn't stand a chance, does he?
She can't. She's terrified.
That's right. Ron knowingly has firearms with a drug addiction and mental illness. Remember how proud he was that he finally achieved mental health diagnosis, mental illness diagnosis last year? Remember? He went through all the testing and he saw a psychiatrist. And yet he still has firearms in the home. Clara, are you knowingly purchasing firearms in the state of Indiana, despite Indiana law clearly stating that if you have a diagnosed mental illness, you are not permitted to own firearms? Because I'm pretty sure that's a felony. And you can't tell me that you don't know that Ronald P. Corbin has mental illness diagnosis. Of course you do. You're the one who arranged the appointments for him and made sure he went to them. He told us all about it. And yet there you are, purchasing multiple firearms in your name for the man. Interesting, hmm?
Of being on her own. All that Sam's life consists of is drumming up chaos and monetizing it.
What are you talking about? How do I drum up chaos? Where? Bitch, where?
Well, Sam, it looks to me like your run of
Yeah, she's the one who admitted he is prone to episodes. Wait, I don't want to miss this part. This part tickled me so much I tweeted about it.
Well, Sam, it looks to me like your run of terror, your reign of terror has come to an end.
My reign of terror has come to an end. That's the funniest shit I've ever heard. Lisa Simpson, he just said yesterday he's going to start carrying his gun with him everywhere. He's not allowed to have a gun. He has a diagnosed mental illness. Surely the Connersville Police Department is aware that Ronald P. Corbin has mental illness diagnosis. He wears that motherfucker like a badge of honor.
Because you have no one left. You've got Yaba, you've got that Nikki P. psycho, you've got Lisa Simpson, you've got a few, dead enders in your community. You've got you've got tragic Alex Glitter, Amy, and all those negative nation bitches who saw exactly what you did to us. What Sam and Yaba did to us. What they did to
What
Ned
in the
Stevens.
hell did Sam and Yaba do to Ron and Clara? What? What are you talking about? I have no idea what she's talking about. Oh, probably because Isaac said he might go visit the attic. Lord have mercy. The last time somebody on the YouTube went and visited the store, walked in, looked around, and asked a question about some of the merchandise, boy, you would have thought it was a full-fledged hostage situation going down in there. I'm not so sure I would do that.
Years, and then what they did to us as a family. And they're signing off on it. Oh yeah, Yaba, you're so cute. Oh Yaba, you're so funny. Oh Sam, you're so great. Oh my God, I can't believe that everybody lied to us about you. You
We
guys
are great and
wonderful.
funny.
Really? What part is wonderful exactly? Dragging people to court for no reason, lying under oath, blaming the wrong person for a threatening phone call that didn't even scare them at all. Calling CPS, trying to get all of our income taken away.
Who's trying to get your income taken away? How does reporting firearms and drug use in a home with a minor autistic child have anything to do with your income? I'm so confused. I'm not following.
Trying to drive Negs into the loony bin or trying to get him to blow his head off. Conspiring behind the scenes. I remember I saw one message that she sent to Gigi where she was going to try to keep the pressure on us so much. And she said, I'm going to have Christina Lava Lamp in that house by Christmas. She wanted to stir up so much drama.
I didn't say I would have Christina Lava Lamp in the house by Christmas. At least I don't think I did. I think it was more along the lines of like, that's my bet. But either way about it.
Our relationship and keep us so off balance that I would leave or that Negs would kick me out.
Clara is the only one buying Ronald P. Corbin guns. That's true.
And I will say this to you, Sam and Yaba. You are very lucky, both of you, that I'm not crazy. You are very lucky that I'm nothing like you. You are very lucky that I'm nothing
what's
like
that supposed to mean? Are you threatening Yaba and I in the same manner in which you just threatened AK a few moments ago on your Rumble live stream? What is wrong with you?
the people in the drama community. You're very lucky. You're very lucky that I'm not unhinged. You're very lucky that I didn't take it into my own hands and show up at your front door and pound on it and tell you to come outside so that we could all have a conversation. I wouldn't.
Honey, you're lucky you didn't do that. You're lucky you didn't do that. You're lucky you didn't park your car on the street in front of our house because you feel like you can do that. Listen, it might be a public road and the law might say that you can do that, but I promise you, if you park your car and sit in your car on the street in front of our house, nobody's coming to help you. Nobody. And if they do come to help you, it'll take them just long a fuck enough to get here, you know? You're the lucky one, bitch. You are. That's right.
Do that. Because I'm a civilized person. I was raised properly. I can't speak for the two of you. Sam didn't have a family. Yaba's mother was a drunk. I don't even know where her father was. And so you were brought up to be white fucking trash. White fucking trash is what you are. And Yaba told a story on stream about how the Saint Jesse, the father of her kids,
Oh, we're not doing that,
from
man.
ghetto,
No.
we've seen trashiest scumbags down in the ass. Everybody's
Listen to the way she talks. Even when you bop her ass forward 5 seconds at a time, it's just trash, trash, trash. Listen.
I with no day screaming cops that everything that I need. So Sam, if I were you, I would stop calling elementary schools because you are setting a very bad precedent. And again,
the nerve of you. The nerve of you. Yeah, Clara, where's your kids?
and I don't call elementary schools. I don't call people's families. I don't do that. I don't call people's acquaintances and broadcast it all over the place. And if you think that I don't know that the reason that you were asking Zeth, the toothless junkie, where I worked, was because you wanted to contact my employer. You wanted to reach out. You wanted.
Girl, I was asking Zeth where she worked because word around the campfire was she was working at the Speedway. And I just had to know if Clara Frank of Washington, D.C. was truly restocking the shelves at the fucking Speedway gas station. I had to know. Why would I call you at your job? What would I have to say to you at your job at the Speedway? Nothing.
To call.
It's not hard to find out where she works because she doesn't work. She's unemployed.
You wanted to tweet out information about where I was working. You think I'm that stupid? I know what you were doing.
I know what you were doing.
How lucky for you that I was unemployed. But that's your.
She admits she's unemployed. Well, we all know where you work now, don't we, Clara? Over there at the attic. Matter of fact, let me go check in. Hold on. Ron posts on the attic every single day that they're open. Yep. Oh, wait, that's the 24th. Oh my God. Ron's not posted on Facebook, an update on the attic Facebook page since the 24th. Wasn't that Monday? He has not posted since Monday. Is Ron okay? Oh, yeah. He's fine. Oh, that's right. He's been on the live me. Look at this. June 24th. We're open. Come and see the lovely Clara and Buggy Boo. 5 days ago, open at 2 p.m. Come see Clara and Buggy Boo. 6 days ago, come see Clara and Bug today. June 20th, the lovely Clara and our mascot Buggy Boo will be at the shop today. Look at this, June 17th.
Clara will be there to serve your.
Look at he's on his way out of town driving Clara's old Hyundai, letting everyone know June 17th he would not be in the store again. It's Clara.
Hey guys.
Hold on, Gooby Dumb Gooby Out bitch. Thank you so much for the super chat. She had already announced a year before she left her job. Sure did. Thank you for the super chat.
I just want to let you know that we are open at the attic. I am not there, but the lovely Clara will be there to serve your attic needs. So we're open right now. I don't know when she plans on closing. She is the manager. She is in control of everything. As I wander the highways of Indiana in search of gold.
I can see outside his window, and I know exactly where he's at. I'm familiar with the geography, with the roadways, and he's definitely on his way out of town. Now, he wants you to think he's on his way out of town picking, but what he's really doing is he's leaving town with a couple of joints of the marijuana and just enough money to get himself some Taco Bell.
Old. So go down to 208 West 30th Street and see the lovely Clara and also meet our mascot Buggy.
Look at him driving his hand-me-down car. I love that. That hand-me-down fits you nice. Here we go. June 15th, the beautiful Clara will be opening the store today. June 14th, the lovely Clara has taken over for me as I work on productions and causes. You're working on nothing but smoking weed and eating Taco Bell. And I don't blame you for leaving town to have Taco Bell. The Taco Bell in Connersville, Indiana tastes like garbage. It's the worst ever. Look at this. June 12th. Come meet our guest door greeter, Bug. That dog looks like it's half retarded, really. Let's see. So the last time Ron worked at his store, it looks like it was June 12th. So since June 12th, look at him. What a loser. This is your man, Clara. This is your pride and joy. So anyway, last time Ron worked at the store was June 12th. He's been making Clara work the store ever since then. I love that. But no Facebook post on the Attic Connersville Facebook page since Monday, and this is Thursday. How will anybody know if the store is going to be open and who is working there? Somebody, not me. Well, I don't know. Maybe I will. Somebody should call the Save-A-Lot in Connersville and ask them, hey, can you tell me if that can you tell me if the attic is open today? I'm curious.
Style, isn't it? You and the rage pig. Life ruination. Because you have nothing.
Junkie bum loser, Ronald.
You have nothing. You have a fat wife who's about to drop dead from a heart attack. God only
What? Which one is she talking about? We're both fat.
knows how much of the money that the kid's
Oh, I
father
don't
left
know.
is
What
still around, is still available.
do you think you know about anybody's finances, ma'am? You really think you know everything about everything, don't you? I love that. I love that for her. How much of your dead aunt's money is left? That's what I want to know. Yeah, tell your boyfriend to slam another Red Bull, smoke another weed joint. Why don't you hit that vape one more good time?
Disgusting. Two of the worst people I have ever come in contact with in my life.
So hateful. Yamano Zami, thank you so much for gifting 5 Samantha Jean memberships. Mystique, be our guest. Isaac guest. Don't worry, Haza. Sherry, Barry, and Mary and Mocha, welcome. Where is my maraca? Oh my God, it's really gone this time, guys. Like, I literally don't see it anywhere. What the hell? That's so crazy. It's like gone. Oh, well, we'll have to settle for the gavel. There you go. Thank you so much, Yamano Zami. I appreciate supporting my channel. Please take the custom emojis for a spin. They are so much fun. Heavy on the grimace. Harlow must have taken it. I just can't believe it. Like, where would that thing have gone? That's so weird.
And I'm from Washington, D.C.
And I'm from Washington, D.C. That's crazy. Oh, wait. I think I found it.
But we warned you.
Yes.
And we were right. We told you that Yaba was weak and stupid, and that she was very easily provoked, and that all you have to do is poke her a couple of times, and she will cave. She will fold like a tent.
She will cave. She will fold like a tent. I mean, if that's how you want to describe it, more power to you. Ruby Lou, thank you so much for joining memberships. Forever a basic Betty. Hey, discarded roses. Yeah, why is everyone coming for Yaba? One can only wonder why.
Who the hell goes on Twitter and posts their kids' birth certificates? Who does that? To prove that the kids had a father. And you know as well.
To prove that Al is a big fat fucking liar who said something really fucking vile just to take a cheap shot at Yaba and her children who tragically lost their father last year. That too. You want to sit there and say that Yaba's kid's dad wasn't on their birth certificate? What, are you mad because he was? Is that what you're mad about? Are you mad because Yaba's kid's dad was on their birth certificate and Ron's not on any of his kids' birth certificates because he wasn't? You know whose birth certificate Ron extra special wasn't on? Mason's. Mason Giles. He sure wasn't. You know who was on Mason Giles' birth certificate? his dad, not Ron. Yeah. Ron knows all about the she's about to sit here and say something about Yaba's child support case that was opened in the state of Indiana at one point in time. Ron knows all about that, doesn't he? Remember when we visited the mycase.in.gov and we went over Ron's child support case for his older two sons, who, by the way, he had no part in raising and couldn't even be bothered to pay. What was it? Like $12 a week in child support. Remember that? I remember that. You guys want to go over that again sometime? That was good reading. We read it every line, word for motherfucking word. And we also discovered during the process of reading Ron's mycase.in.gov child support case that at the same exact time frame that supposedly, allegedly, Mason, who he supposes was his son, the same time that I'm sorry, not Mason, Slade, the same time that he was supposedly fighting for custody of Slade. There's no record of any of that, but there's record of Ron taking himself down to the courthouse pro se, filing motions to get his child support for the older two kids amended, but he couldn't go down to the courthouse and file any paperwork to try to get custody of his own child, who he also didn't pay any support for. Like, what are you talking about? And Jesse paid for his kids until the day he died. Ron, can you say the same? Abso-fucking-lutely not. He cannot. Worse than that, when he did end up getting Slade in custody of Slade and started getting a check for Slade, do you think he used that money to benefit Slade in any way? He didn't even get Slade the proper therapy and services that he would need for his whatever his diagnosis is. I'm not going to speculate. I know Ron says he's autistic. I have no idea. Couldn't even be bothered to do that. But yes, tell us more about shit you know nothing about. Lil Benny got none of the bennies. None of them. And let's not forget the fact that the only reason Ron strapped himself with Slade is because Slade came with benefits. Slade came with public housing, medical, food stamps. What else did Slade come with? The check, the disability check. Shame on you, Clara, speaking on shit you know nothing about. Section 8, food stamps and Medicaid. Also, the disability check, the cash money. That's the only reason your man, Ron Corbin, had anything at all to do with Slade. We all know it. It's a fucking fact. Cannot deny that shit. All right. Well, anyway, it's been fun. I'm just going to go ahead and end it right there. And we will come back tomorrow, see what we can't find to talk about tomorrow. I think I still have a little bit of the actually, oh my God. Oh, I don't want to spoil it. Okay, fine. I'll spoil it a little bit. Y'all know we were talking about Mandy and how she hates Sean's kids and the horrible things she said about Sean's kids. And I was wondering if Jessica, Sean's daughter's mom, was aware that Mandy hates his kids and the horrible things she says about them. We'll come to find out Jessica does know. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Okay. All right. Bye.